Ladies and gentlemen, here's your second stimulus check, enhanced unemployment payment, and EIDL grant update for August 27th, 2020. In this video, I'm going to tell you what is happening with the FEMA grant to pay for the $300 a week boost up in enhanced unemployment payments funded by the federal government, initial jobless claims, and crumbling economic indicators that we have to communicate out to the Trump administration so they can see that the American people and the country's economy demands and requires the $600 a week enhanced unemployment payment and the full disbursement of the EIDL $10,000 grant to all legitimate small business applicants, ladies and gentlemen. So today is the first out of 6 days where FEMA has not announced awarding another state with the grant to fund the $300 a week payment enhanced unemployment payments as per President Donald Trump's executive order that he signed on August 8th. As you know, Hurricane Laura is slamming states with 150-mile-per-hour winds. President Trump announced approving emergency disaster declarations for the states of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, the territory of Puerto Rico, and California in order to deal with the wildfires in that area. That said, FEMA is mobilizing its employees in order to help residents of these states deal with these natural disasters, ladies and gentlemen. They've already sent out 500,000 meals and 800,000 liters of water to the Roseland Staging Center and Camp Beauregard out in Louisiana, 250,000 meals and 400,000 liters of water to the FEMA Distribution Center out in Fort Worth, Texas. So, as I told you, President Donald Trump, he appropriated $44 billion from the FEMA Disaster Relief Fund. FEMA uses this fund, which has a balance of over $70 billion in order to provide aid to residents of states that are impacted by natural disasters. Some reports project that the damage to these states because of Hurricane Laura may be in the tens of billions of dollars, excuse me. That said, FEMA announced when they released guidance in regards to this enhanced unemployment payment benefit, the grant that would fund these payments, that FEMA would conclude the program if the disaster relief fund would be completely exhausted, if the $44 billion that President Donald Trump would be completely exhausted, or the balance of the disaster relief fund would drop to $25 billion. That said, if it can't get money out to states before it uses these funds in order to help residents of these states that are being impacted by these natural disasters, then there may not be enhanced unemployment benefits for the states that have not been approved as yet, ladies and gentlemen, or the program may last a lot longer than expected. As of right now, FEMA has awarded the grant to cover up to 3 weeks of payments of the $300 a week boost up to the states of Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Louisiana, Missouri, New Mexico, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Oklahoma, Maryland, Texas, Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, California, Alabama, Indiana, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Mississippi, Vermont, Rhode Island, New York, Alaska, Georgia, Washington, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Arkansas, and Kansas, ladies and gentlemen. As of right now, the states of, by the way, that brings a total of 10, 20, 32 states that have been approved, that have been awarded the grant to pay out the $300 a week boost up and enhanced unemployment insurance benefit payments funded by the federal government for 3 weeks' time. And then states will have to request on a weekly basis more money in order to keep paying out this benefit, ladies and gentlemen. As of right now, the states of Florida, Illinois, Delaware, New Jersey, and Ohio have gone on record to announce that they are seeking funding through the program. Every other state except for the one I'm going to name about right now have stated that they are either considering seeking funding through the program or are applying for the program. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. The only state to explicitly decline funding through this program is South Dakota. Its governor has stated that the state has already recovered 80% of its workforce and that the unemployment rate is dropping. As of right now, 9 states pay out a minimum of $100 a week in regular state unemployment benefits to ensure that every resident of these states qualifies to receive the $300 a week boost up funded by the federal government. These are the states of Arizona, Kansas, Michigan, Montana, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, and Washington. New Hampshire has just released guidance announcing that it would increase the minimum state benefit to $100 a week for all of its residents to ensure that every resident of the state qualifies for the $300 a week boost up in enhanced unemployment benefits. As of right now, Arizona, Texas, and Louisiana have announced that they are already paying out the $300 a week benefit to residents of its states. As of right now, the states of Kentucky, Montana, and West Virginia are the only states to pay out the $400 a week boost up, making it the regular state unemployment benefits, the $100 a week payment that's funded by the state. That was the 25% share that was originally mandated through President Donald Trump's executive order, and the $300 a week federally funded supplemental payment. So in these particular states, you'll get that full $400 a week boost up in enhanced unemployment benefits. People in Arizona, recipients of unemployment insurance in Arizona, have stated that the payments to their accounts have not been retroactive, dating back to the week ending August 1st, or the week of August 1st, right after the July 31st expiration of the $600 a week enhanced unemployment payment benefit. So that's a problem, because as per the guidance, the payments should be retroactive, dating back to the expiration of the prior enhanced unemployment benefits. I'll keep you up to date as to what happens in regards to this program, so just go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I'll go ahead and keep you abreast. Initial jobless claims for the week ending August 22nd are at 1,006,000. That's 1,006,000 people that are filing new claims for unemployment insurance, ladies and gentlemen. A total of 27 million, over 27 million people are on unemployment insurance in some way or form in all of the 50 states. Keep that in mind. I'm going to tell you what you need to do with this information very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. The San Francisco Chamber of Commerce reported that only 46% of brick and mortar storefronts in San Francisco are open. A whopping 51.5% of restaurants have closed. A whopping 77% of bars and taverns have closed. A whopping 78% of businesses for entertainment and recreation purposes have closed, ladies and gentlemen. The Chamber of Commerce credit card data also found that sales at restaurants, transactions at restaurants have dropped by 84%, and in the entire retail sector by 35%. Over 100 restaurants in New York City have filed a class action lawsuit to ensure that the city allows these establishments to open up indoor dining facilities. As of right now, 10,000 restaurants have outdoor dining facilities as per the city's order. 1,300 restaurants have permanently closed their doors. These restaurants in the class action lawsuit claim that if the city does not allow them to open up the establishments for indoor dining, that they will be forced to close their doors for good, ladies and gentlemen. And it makes sense, because right now they got outdoor dining facilities in 10,000 restaurants, and you're not going to get much business if people have to drink their coffee or cut their steak while you got below freezing temperatures blowing at your face, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what I'm saying? Now, before you start echoing what the administration is talking about, that these blue state mayors and governors, they're driving the economies to the ground because they don't want to get everybody back to work, they don't want to open up. Keep in mind, President Donald Trump, he's always boasting that at the end of January, he blocked off travel from China into the United States. Nonetheless, travel after he announced these flight restrictions continued to funnel its way from China into the United States to about almost a dozen major international hubs, ladies and gentlemen. Among those major international hubs included San Francisco International Airport and John F. Kennedy International Airport right here in Queens, New York, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case you don't know, Queens, New York was the epicenter of the virus's impact in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, because it came right through JFK Airport. The New York Times reported in April that 40,000 flights were still recorded into China, still came in from China through that article, ladies and gentlemen, because they continued to funnel flights into, they never cut off flights from China, and it came right through Queens. Just to give you an idea of what happened in Queens. President Donald Trump, he himself cited how refrigerated tractor trailers had to back into Elmhurst Hospital because hospital staff did not have the capacity to deal with all the dead bodies. They had to have a place in order to roll out all of those dead bodies, ladies and gentlemen. It got bad. Everyone in my family, I mean, not everyone, but me, my wife got sick. It hit me not as hard. My wife got impacted. We tried some remedies and got her better. My cousin got severely impacted. He's a essential worker. He works with the Department of Sanitation. The person who gave it to him, 46-year-old guy, unfortunately, may he rest in peace, he died due to the virus. So he got the hardest form of it because he was out for about 3 months. He got pneumonia afterward. Thank God now he's back to work and he's doing his thing again. Nonetheless, the person that actually gave it to my wife, he's my maintenance guy, and he was in the hospital on a ventilator for like about 11 days, and he's lucky to be out. He didn't even say hi anymore. He just rolls by. He's still doing his thing, retired police officer, but thank God he came back. The neighbor got it. A number of people with whom I work on my client base also contracted the virus and died from the virus as well. So we got hit hard. We got slammed here in Queens, ladies and gentlemen. So they can't let New York City get out of control, because if New York City gets out of control again and you got to stop the economy completely, the entire United States may come to a grinding halt. The entire planet. This is the financial capital of the planet, ladies and gentlemen. They can't let anything go down. So you take it as you hear it. That said, you see all these crumbling economic conditions. I told you on previous videos, if you've been watching, that Politico will be interviewing National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow today at 1 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. So what I'd like you to do is to go ahead and communicate whatever economic conditions you want, because this is the data. You already see how bad things are going on. If you drive through New York, you see all of these places, how everything is empty. The city is not moving as it did previously. It's not bustling the way it was. It's like a ghost town, basically. You've got malls. It used to be packed. The most popular Uber destination in New York City, which is Queens Center Mall, ghost town, ladies and gentlemen. People don't go there. It's closed. So, and I actually posted a video on it in regards to how it was completely shut down. I've never seen anything like that in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Crumbling economic conditions. I already told you how 155,000 businesses in the Yelp database have closed. 61% have closed for good. So let them know. And any way that you please, go ahead and let National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow know, because he's got the president's ear in regards to the economy. That's why he has his position. He's an officer over at the White House, and this has to be placed before their attention. We have to bring that to their attention. And why this will work, because last time that I told you that Politico interviewed Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, we went ahead and posted our questions for the panelists. By the way, I'm about to tell you right now, and she addressed it. That's when she said that she would be able to reach or move forward towards reaching an agreement and find compromise by slashing the Democrat proposal in half. Then you know the rest of the story. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, staff member, contacted the Chief of Staff for Nancy Pelosi, and then she went ahead and walked back those comments, and the deal wasn't made, ladies and gentlemen. So that said, let's go. Nonetheless, she addressed it. So if you want the administration to address it, let's go ahead and visit RNC Powering America's Recovery.splashthat.com. You go ahead and scroll down, and in the field labeled, what questions do you have for the panelists? Let them know. The economy is in ruins. When will President Donald Trump support the $600 a week enhanced unemployment payment as the one that expired on July 31st, but this time it should expire next year sometime, and the full disbursement of the Economic Injury Disaster Loan $10,000 advance to all legitimate small business applicants. Go ahead and type it in. As pointed as you want to, as broadly as you want to. You have all the stats in order to substantiate, because now it's not only what you see. Regardless of whether you see, just like the news reported the other day, quarter-mile long lines on food pantries, people that can't make ends meet. The anecdotal stories that you have posted where you can't feed your families. The data is now substantiating that this is a financial cataclysm, and the federal government has to move in order to support the American people, give us the monetary ammunition we need to save this country as American people. We constitute 70% of GDP. Personal consumption is suffering incredible losses right now. As small businesses, we constitute 99.9% of all business in the United States, employing 60.6 million people, basically half of the American workforce. And the $600 a week supplement, it affects you as a small business as well, because if consumers don't have money to spend with you, that's less revenue for your business. You have to start laying people off. You can't hire new people. So they can't let this segment of the population, they can't let the American people, the total population basically, the American people that need this, and small business owners die, or else the economy will die right with it, ladies and gentlemen. They can't let it do it. Because if the Trump administration goes on to talk about the economic injury disaster loan advance or the $600 a week boost up in any shape or form, he's going to dominate the news cycle. They're going to start talking about it, and lawmakers, especially the GOP, they do everything that he says because he has the base. He's got the heart of the base. As soon as he says, we have to support the $600 a week boost up and enhanced unemployment benefit, otherwise the economy is going to suffer and it's going to be destroyed, it's going to be devastated, the GOP will fall in line and they'll come to an agreement with the Democrats that already support this measure, ladies and gentlemen. And the $10,000 economic injury disaster loan advance that the SBA was supposed to disperse to each legitimate small business applicants, ladies and gentlemen. So these public officials can do their job to help us secure our inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Or else we'll have to exercise our duty to alter and abolish this government in order to secure our happiness and our security, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Watch this video right here for more stimulus, enhanced unemployment payment, and EIDL grant coverage. Click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button to stay on top of my findings. We mobilize as no other channel does, ladies and gentlemen, and report what other people will not. And stop at nothing until each and every one of you is equipped with the monetary ammunition to save your families, feed your families, save your companies, keep your employees on payroll, and save this country. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America and everybody else on this planet. Talk soon.